Hey guys, this is Jesse from SpanishHackers.com, and I just wanted to do a quick review of some of the free features from Italki. Now, Italki is predominantly known for being a site where you pay to have one-on-one lessons with a language tutor via Skype. But I also wanted to make this video because it has a lot of free resources and tools that you can use that'll really help you in your language learning. If you would like to watch the review that I made about the paid lessons, you can find that in the video description. But this one will be just about the free features. Now, to access the free features of the site, the first thing you're going to need to do is create a profile. And you won't need any like credit card information or anything like that. You only need either your email or your Facebook information. And I already have a profile, so I'm just going to sign in real quick. Okay, so as you can see, this is sort of the main dashboard of the site. You'll find the free features under either this articles tab or this community tab. If we go to the articles tab, it's going to take us to the italki community blog posts. Now, these are going to be blog posts about many different languages, and they're going to be written by either teachers or language learners. And you can actually search them by language. And I'm a Spanish student, so I'm just going to take a quick look at some of the Spanish articles here. And yeah, as you can see, we got all kinds of interesting articles on the Spanish language. And you'll find ones about vocabulary, grammar points, travel, and even culture as well. It's a pretty cool resource to have. But if we go to the community tabs, we're going to take a look at the notebook feature. Now, the italki notebook essentially is like well, it's like a sort of journal entry that you would write. So, again, if I'm learning Spanish, I would just kind of give my post a title, like, I don't know, something like, I did this today. And then here I would write, all the things I did, and I would write it in Spanish. And I put that language, and then I would post it. And when I post it, it goes to the online community, and native speakers will actually correct it for me. And I'm actually going to look at some example posts in English. These are going to be posts written by people who are learning English as a second language. And as you can see, they just wrote a few sentences. People commented on it, which you can also do, but down here you'll have the corrections made by native speakers. So it's a great way to get instant feedback on your writing and help, increase your proficiency in either grammar or vocabulary. And in addition to the notebook feature, we also have the answers feature. And pretty much you just post a question here and you ask it, and it'll post it to the community. And native speakers of whatever language you're learning will then answer your question. Another free feature, which is kind of similar, is discussion, which it works the same way. It's just more of a public discussion. So again, if we're looking at the Spanish ones, you have people posting discussion, looking for people to help them. Sometimes you'll get ones where they want to start a group, a language learning group online or something like that. And so those are all pretty cool. But my favorite free feature is going to be this language partners feature right here under community. And this pretty much allows you to search the other language learners on italki based on where they're from, their native language, and the language they're learning. So this is a great way to find someone who's fluent in your language that you're learning, but also they're learning the language that you're fluent in. So the idea here is that you'll find them on italki. You can either friend request them, send them a message, and then set up a time to maybe meet on Skype or some other app and practice your languages together all for free. So it's really cool. As you can see, you can search by the language they speak. So again, I'm just going to go with Spanish, and the language they're learning. Since I'm an English speaker, a fluent English speaker, I'm going to click that. And you can also do where they're from. So maybe the language you're learning, if there's like a particular dialect or thing that you want to plug into, you could use that here. And you can also do gender, which, guys, please don't be creeps. And you can even look in the city. And you also can select whether or not they speak that language natively or not. So I'm going to look for a native Spanish speaker who's learning English. And as you can see, it populates a list here, quite a few, and you just kind of go to the bottom and you can just kind of keep refreshing endlessly. So there's a lot of users on this site. And the cool thing is too, they're gonna put the ones they put on the top of the list are gonna be ones that are either online now or have been most recently logged in. That way you're not gonna look at like dead profiles or anything like that. And so when you look for a language partner, you'll see, if you see this green dot, that means they're online at the moment. It'll give you their name and where they're from and where they're living. And then also it'll give you the languages they speak. If it's green, that means they speak it fluently. If it's pink, that means they're either learning it or have learned it. And it'll kind of give you their level. And sometimes you'll see someone that's learning multiple languages. And a lot of times too, the people will write like a quick intro or biography as to why they're on Italki or why they're learning their language. And so if you see someone that looks interesting, just click on their profile. And this will give you maybe a little more information, their age if they put it on there, how long they've been a member, and then also if they've written anything in the notebook or any discussions, it'll show up here. And sometimes they write more information down here in the About Me. And you can see the actual notebook entries that they've made and if they've taken any lessons or not. And the way this works is if, I see this guy and I'm like, hey, I'd like to practice with him. Then I either send him a friend request or a message. And this works pretty much the same way as Facebook, where he'll have to accept it or deny it. And, I would just kind of write him a message and be like, hey, I see that you're learning English. I'm learning Spanish. What do you think about, meeting up maybe for an hour on Skype and practicing with each other? And you just kind of send that out. And then, if he agrees to it, you swap Skype contacts and start practicing. So it's really cool. Okay, so that pretty much covers the free features of the site. I definitely recommend you create a profile and check them out. They can be very helpful. And again, if you want to see my review on some of the paid features, you can look down below in the description for that.